Hello, everyone. We are back. Don't ask when we're going to be here again.
You sound very professional. This is not very professional.
Okay. Don't ask when we're going to be back, because we don't know.
I told you not to mention it.
We've proved to ourselves...
We've been here this entire time.
We've proved time and time again that we are unreliable.
We switched to Facebook Live. We switched to Facebook Live.
Ew. What?
We switched to Vimeo. Or Twitch.
Vimeo?
Vimeo.
Venmo?
Or Twitch. We went to Twitch.
Ew, don't you just hate when irrelevant people go live on Facebook?
Like us.
It's so random.
We had how many episodes?
30. I just saw the lady at the grocery store live streaming her grocery shopping.
Talking about how dangerous the pandemic is.
No, it's different if they have something to say. But, when people go...
No. When they have something to say. When they think they have something to say.
Yeah, sometimes they have some good stuff to say. I say this like I've been on Facebook forever. I've been on Facebook, less than a week.
You got on Facebook, even though you pledged that you wouldn't, to sell your furniture.
I'm selling furniture, that's it. People keep friending me, and I want them to stop, because they think they're getting an insight into my life. And I'm just posting furniture.
That was me. I thought I could get more out of her. I couldn't.
If you want the most insight into my life you'll get is Snapchat.
Where have you been?
At my house.
Why?
And we all should be.
Why?
Because there's a pandemic.
But you're at my house.
Oh, shit. I am.
You're at my house, in my room, in my closet.
About 3 places. I frequent your house, the grocery store, and
the coffee shop.
The coffee shop. That's about it.
That's about where we go every Sunday.
Every once in a while, I may throw in the post office or what is it? The Supply Co. store. Get my paintbrushes.
Oh. I've been here. I think
Where's here?
Not in my closet, for sure. But in my room. I've been here at the house. I occasionally go out of town to get groceries, of course.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Dallas a couple times. I should
Only a couple? I swear to God, you go there a lot.
It's been a couple times.
That's a lot. That's a lot. What I don't get is how that one day we're talking and you're saying how you feel safer being in Dallas than you do here. Where here we have, barely now 2 cases. In Dallas, they have too damn many cases.
Yeah, because here in our little old rinky-dink Mickey Mouse town, we've got our first 2 cases.
They're back to back.
2 cases back to back. And people here are not taking social distancing seriously.
Either were we.
Obviously. I mean, yeah, I'm a part of it. Because I thought,
you're a part of the problem.
There's no cases here. We should be pretty good. So nobody's, taking social distancing seriously. I go to the grocery store. We're all rubbing shoulders, shaking each other's hands.
Honestly.
People have to pick up every item they touch so they can read it better instead of, bending down to read it. So we're not taking it seriously. But in Dallas, there's so many cases, you have to take it seriously. They won't let you into stores without a mask. You have to, everywhere you go, you feel more inclined to put on hand sanitizer afterwards. You have to take it more seriously. So you do. I feel safer in Dallas.
Did you put hand sanitizer before you came to my house?
I didn't. Ooh, and I just went to the ATM.
I need you to leave right now. We have to cancel the show now.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Well, that's about it, folks. As I wish it would be. I'm kidding.
Cancel the freaking podcast.
Yesterday we had made a joke about, because I guess long story short, oh shit, hang on, give me a second. Okay, never mind. Long story short, technically, school is a big reason why we didn't continue with this. Another reason is my jackass decided to take more classes in the summer, and I'm just now getting done with 2 of them because they're at 7
and now you have more?
No, I just have one more, which is a public speaking class for college, which all I'm doing is recording myself. So I suggested to Lenny Darling here that we would bring this up, since I'm going to be recording myself a lot often. Might as well just keep it a thing, keep it going. So
everybody says, how just keep it going? Eggs, bacon, grits,
wieners,
podcast.
So yesterday we took a drive and we were discussing what we should talk about, and one thing that Lenny wanted to turn the channel into is a mukbang channel.
Yes, dude. I'm
No.
so down. This dude here hates those eating videos.
Well, because No.
Haven't you only seen the one that I showed you?
Yeah,
one that I projected onto your wall?
First impressions count, okay? We're watching a movie night. A nice big movie night here in my room with some friends. And we're going to watch...
This was pre-pandemic.
This was, pre-pandemic.
Months and months ago.
And Lenny Darling here. She brought her projector and I connected it to the PlayStation. We're going to watch The Exorcist. But then she went on YouTube and looked up mukbangs, and all I saw was this lady eating crab legs, just going like fucking...
Yeah, it was one of...
That's how she was. Fuck, that hurt.
It was one of those videos where they have that giant, maybe like... probably 15 pounds of crab legs.
Yeah.
A giant cake batter bowl full of sauce, and they've got those grilled onions and the boiled eggs.
Seeing that and having my room filled like a legit big ass lady, no offense,
and she's going cracking open the crab legs, and
that's why I don't know. You can do that. You can post that. I won't. You have the password.
I love that. I love watching those. I love it when I'm eating crab legs and it's like I'm sitting there with someone.
No. You grew up so lonely apart from your family. That's why it seems so, I guess, fine.
It's fine anyway. Like,
no, it's not.
I'm not
close.
The
one to say.
I'm not close with my family. You make it sound like we just... Ew, like we're like you. We just sit in our living room and watch stuff together. I'm not close with my family.
like that one day you came in, you're like, why are y'all all watching the Titanic with each other?
Bro, I walk into this dude's house. And everyone is in the living room watching the Titanic. And I'm like, what in the world? Who does this? This is the only family in the world where you've got your mom, your stepdad, your sister... Was your other sister there?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend?
I had my parents, my 2 sisters, and my girlfriend, and we're just... like, me and my girlfriend, she was playing Mario Kart, but she stopped because I started playing, and they all just started watching the ending of the Titanic, and we're talking in between commercials and just, I guess, quote-unquote, family time.
It's the weirdest thing to encounter. She
came in because we made some food, and I was going to give her some, and then she was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all need to stop.
Honestly, when I left, I was like, made the biggest cringe in the world. I'm like, what in the fuck?
Says the person that once you're a baby, you didn't get held as much.
Yeah, I am the perfect example as to why you need to hold your children when they're young. Babies need skin-to-skin contact, and I can personally tell you that.
That she is the worst example of it. No offense. I can touch her hand and she'll just...
Stop. It's not even like a cute, stop. Oh, it's like, stop.
Better stop that shit.
You're making me uncomfortable.
I can hug her. It takes a lot for me to hug her. It takes a lot for her to hug me. Jesus Christ.
Has that ever happened?
I think like twice.
To you and just hug.
There was one time, but I cannot remember what I did or gave you. It'll come to me later on. But yeah. Lenny can do mukbangs. I'm not. I suggested a mukbang podcast, but I don't think y'all want to hear.
That's the fun in it, though.
But as a podcast...
Oh, not a podcast. You definitely need the video.
You can have two videos or two podcasts, a mukbang one and just a clip from a porn video, and you wouldn't know the difference.
Probably not. I think you definitely need the video context in that regard.
See, I don't like mukbangs, but what I did love, and what we both loved was Lunch with Smosh. Was it what was that the title?
Lunchtime with Smosh.
That was so long. Oh, that's
when
so long ago.
When was that? That must have been like...
I want to say 13, 14.
See,
2013 or 14. It wasn't like 2011.
Honestly, I do feel like it may have been 2012 to 14. Okay. That was like the prime time.
Well, you keep on talking about that. I'm gonna get my computer.
Lunchtime with Smosh, dude. That was the original mukbangs. Or those were the original mukbangs before they were a thing.
They were doing it before it was cool.
Yeah, they were just eating and talking and finding Twitter questions.
We loved it so much and always quoted it. Like when they always did the first bite. Good times. That's when Anthony and Kalel were still a thing and had their own little...
Yeah, what was their channel name?
Anthony and Kalel? Or was it just... No. Was it just Kalel's channel?
Oh, Watch Us Live and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think it was Watch Us Live. And I'm like, why is it live? Like, this isn't
It's pre-recorded.
Live.
It's edited. You dummy.
But it's live.
We used to watch their videos all the time. This is when we were little babies.
Is that like really what bonded our friendship?
Probably, because every time at school I was like, oh my god, did you watch that?
Did you watch the Nostalgia video?
Oh my god.
They're freaking game bangs. I personally did not like the game bangs until I actually genuinely started watching them and keeping up with them.
I like the original people that they had. What was it like?
I remember way back in the day when Wes was still the editor.
Yeah. I loved Wes. He was a cool dude.
Now he's like a genuine person in Smosh. He's not the editor anymore.
I know, that's so weird.
And all of these other dudes like
was it Smosh Eats
Courtney and Shane. I don't know all these dudes. All I know is Anthony, Ian, Mari.
Oh my god, it went back to 2010 and 11. I guess you were right.
So hinky.
Remember, you mentioned this yesterday. I forgot.
Is Lasercorn still at Smosh?
I don't know.
And Joven? I think Joven's still there.
I love Smosh Bangs when it was little. What it is now, I don't like. Or what it became to be.
I don't even know what it is now, because I haven't kept up with it.
I mean, I stopped watching them forever ago.
It's not because I dislike the content or like, oh, they're getting all these new people. I just, people grow up and they lose interest and stuff.
Yeah. It was like in 2010 and 11.
I hope their content now means as much to kids as it did to us.
Sorry, I'm recording on my phone and someone called me, and then I had to make sure that I had to see that it was still recording right where we stopped, and Lenny heard a clip of herself.
I can't, dude.
Your voice is beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not on the phone.
On a computer?
Not on the computer.
On a TV?
Okay, we've been through this before on this podcast, I think. I've expressed how much I can't listen to my voice.
And I hate when I have to edit it because I have to hear my voice as well.
It's like there was that big Adam Driver controversy because he walked out on an interview because they were playing a clip of him in Marriage Story when he was singing.
Oh, yeah. That would annoy the shit out of me.
And he just couldn't do it. And I'm like, I feel that. I can't.
That would be me. Like, I think even Emma Stone, when she did that last scene in La La Land, where she's singing like the audition scene. I think I remember in an interview, she said that she was so nervous and like I don't think she ever like watched the scene thoroughly, like fully. She had to do that like 9 different times. Well, we're talking Smosh, yes, what it was, and I don't even know what it is now. I'm gonna see.
I don't know if it got that part where I was saying, I hope it's as important to people now as it was to us.
Oh, that's sad.
What?
On Google, it brings it up as a comedy group, but then I remember it was a comedy duo at one point on Google. Sniff, sniff, sad, sad. Their latest video, it was actually like 30 minutes ago, the secret rules of Instagram. I feel like this would just apply to a lot of young teenagers, like how it did us. They went with the times. Then again, I haven't watched any of their videos. They have different channels like Smosh Pit, Cast, Games. They still got Shut Up cartoons. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think Kalel, or like her channel, was a part of the little...
Oh, the little side banner.
The little side banner.
I don't even know if she's on YouTube anymore.
She was. I don't know what happened to her. Why was she famous?
Because she dated Anthony. I hate that she's only relevant because of her boyfriend. Or they were fiancés at the time.
They were. They got engaged. What was it? Japan?
Yeah. But she was really only famous because
she was messing around with Anthony.
Yeah.
Does Ian have a girlfriend? I don't feel like he ever did.
I think Ian's married.
Is he? I don't know. Only thing I get on is Twitter. I don't think I even follow. I don't even know if he has Twitter.
Yeah, I don't have him on Twitter.
But like the times I do go on Instagram, he's always posting. Him and everyone else. I don't go on Instagram all that much. Not anymore as I used to.
I deleted Instagram. Ever since
you did?
Yeah.
I forgot.
My account still exists, but I don't. It's not on my phone.
I know one of our friends has me, her, and like 2 other of our friends on a group chat, and they always send memes, and I always see like her little, what is it called, profile picture. I'm like, she still goes on here?
No, I don't. There's probably so many unread messages in that group chat.
Many. I have to go on there at least once a day just to get rid of them, because I hate having notifications on my phone. Sorry if you hear a little...
It's soup.
No, it's not. It's coffee.
Dang, soup sounds good.
I want some of my mom's creamy potato soup.
Hot dog soup?
No, not hot dog soup. That's more of a... Is that summertime? Nah, I don't know. I'm drinking coffee. We're recording in the morning. I was about to text you. I was like, we can do this later, because I was so tired.
I'm tired too. I fell asleep. That's why I replied to your message late.
Oh, that's why I asked you if you were up and you said no. I was like, but you just... I don't know. So you just finished The Last of Us Part 2.
I did.
Don't talk about it too much, because I still want to.
I don't plan on...
We can turn that into a whole other episode type of thing.
I don't want to spoil anything. I still feel like I need to play it again.
You need to
just
go
to
through
get the full experience.
The New Game Plus mode.
And I have to give me 3 to 5 business days to process what I just...
That's one thing that this girl does that pisses me off. We can watch a movie, and I'm like, oh my god, that was so good. What'd you think about it? She's like, I need 3 to 5 business days. I can't just tell you right now.
I need to think about everything.
Bro, just give me, just say your general thought. Did you think it was good or bad?
My brain doesn't process stuff like that. I can't just say, oh, it was good. It was bad. I have to formulate a whole theory as to what the deeper meanings are, or maybe why this character did this. How do I feel about how they did this?
And then we can be in school and during like our accounting class, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that movie was fucking great." It's like, damn it, I don't want to know now.
It's a Monday morning, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that movie we saw on Tuesday night last week, great,
fantastic."
Fantastic.
But with every I don't know if you've seen was it Metacritic that has like a 9.3 review, but then the users are like 3 point something. It's very low for the user side. A lot of people hate the game.
Oh, the game. No, I haven't looked at any reviews or anything on it. Because once I start reading other people's opinion, I start doubting my own. And I don't want to get my brain all
I don't ever doubt my opinion. I just kind of go with it. But you have heard a lot of people talk negatively.
I've heard that people have talked negative of it. I haven't seen any of it.
I've seen a lot of people talk like very poorly of the game. And then I have what's his name? The creator of it?
Neil Druckmann?
Yeah, I have him on Twitter, and he's just so proud.
God bless Neil Druckmann, dude. I want to shake his hand. Can we get him on the podcast?
That would be fun. Would be lucky.
I don't like physical contact, but I want to give Neil Druckmann a hug.
But let me play the first game fully. I probably played half of it, then stopped, and then tried to play it again, and stopped again a quarter way in. Every time I try to play the game, I just never had time. But we can make that to a whole other video.
When did I finish? I finished it yesterday.
That was so funny because we
afternoon.
were with each other in the morning, and you're like, damn, I think I just completed like the first big part of the game, and I'm not even halfway done.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a whole bunch left. It was already a very long game. And then I thought, wow, this must be just a little bit of it. Because, the continuation of the story, I thought it would be much more. And then I finished it.
Do you think with how it ended, or with little plot holes, you can see them doing a DLC later this year or next year?
That's debatable.
Kind of like how Uncharted 4 did. With Lost Legacy or something. I don't know what it was called.
With the game and a DLC, or maybe even The Last of Us Part 3, where it ended, I think is pretty solid. Like, if there were never another game, I'd be satisfied. It ended in a perfect place.
Is it kind of like...
If they made another one, I'm just really curious to see how they would continue the story.
Is it kind of like the type of relations with the ending of Breaking Bad and then them doing a Breaking Bad movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, at this point, if you were to continue the story, it probably wouldn't be that great. Unless you have some great writers. I know I've said that before, and the writers have really pulled through. Whether it was a show or a movie.
Excuse me.
So,
maybe.
There totally could be, but I think if they never made anything else on this game, I'd be satisfied. Good. I just don't know where else they could go with the story.
You'd be surprised. we
I
watch...
know, I'm also not as creative as writers. They're writers for a reason.
Or they just milk it, remember when we're seeing what 13 Reasons Why was about? What are you doing?
Opening the door.
Why?
Because it's hot.
Oh, well, go for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's no ventilation in here whatsoever. I hate that I look up and see that. But it's kind of like when we watched 13 Reasons Why, and we're like, oh, that was good. And then we watched the second season, we're like, that was...
awful.
And then everyone was hyping the third season. We're like, we're not touching that.
No, I have yet to watch the third season. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon.
I think I'm finished with it. It's really easy for me to let go of shows. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I have no desire whatsoever to continue the story.
But I've been playing Animal Crossing. I didn't know you can complete Animal Crossing. That made me really sad that one morning. I woke up and the fucking credits rolled up. I was like, what the... That's some ass. Because I've probably been playing it for a good month and a half or so. And I didn't think there, of course, there's an ending to every game. Well, I don't know. Well, I was playing, and I was really excited about KK Slider coming to my island. And then he's playing the fucking... What is the song called? Welcome to Horizons, and I just got... And then the credits were rolling up, and then the background went all black with all my villagers around. It kind of looked like a cult at one point. But that was really sad. And then I was complaining to my friend. I was like, how the hell can you complete Animal Crossing? That's like completing The Sims. How do you complete The Sims? You grow old with a nice family and kids. You're on your deathbed. The fucking credits roll.
That's so weird. You can't complete The Sims. I mean, even if you die, I mean, people kill off their characters all the time.
But
it's so funny when you get that far into The Sims, where you like start building death chambers.
Yeah, I'm still playing Animal Crossing. I don't know why. I guess to get it to 5 stars. Right now my island's at 3 stars, but that's what I've been playing. I haven't been playing much of anything else. Mario Kart. I've been trying to complete all cups with the trophy in 3 stars. I stopped playing Smash for a good while. And I still have Luigi's Mansion 3, and I haven't even touched it. I haven't even played it. Got that, like, the beginning of the year.
Play The Last of Us. I'm assigning you The Last of Us and Part 2.
You assigned that, like, over a year ago.
I'm assigning it now because we have a podcast to keep up with. Maybe if you had a business you were passionate about, you would know what it takes to run a fucking business. So don't even act like you know.
I could slap you on your leg.
It was Kim Kardashian. That wasn't me.
Oh my God, the Kardashians are annoying. Let's not get started with that. You can talk.
I really
you
want to
could
get
talk
started with that
forever. I'm surprised I can even hold on a conversation with you about them. Not gonna lie,
Okay, I'm not gonna start. I'm really tempted to talk about the Kardashians. I'm not going to.
I hate that I know so much about them because how much I used to watch. Just because of my... What's that crackling noise out there? Oh, is that the air conditioner?
Yeah. Your air conditioner's on fire.
Not again. God damn it. Why? It's fine. The flames will go out, not off.
Makes sense.
What has been your go-to album during the pandemic? Or at least your favorite new album or old album that you've been listening to? Mm-hmm. Along with what's your go-to song at the moment?
Ever since I deleted Instagram, I haven't been finding new artists. Because that's the only thing I use Instagram for. You know, I already follow artists that I listen to.
What?
It's only been 14 minutes. Oh, I guess you restarted.
Yeah, so this is like 30 minutes right now.
I would, watch the stories of the artists that I listen to. And if they're on tour, they'll post little clips of other artists that they're playing with. And that's how I found all my new music. But I don't have that anymore, so it's a lot more difficult. I've considered re-downloading it just so I can get more artists. But I haven't been finding that many people. But who I have been vibing with, what album I have been vibing with is Isolation by Kali Uchis. It's a really good one.
That came out this year? Or?
I don't know. I can look at... Where's my phone?
But I remember the one album you were excited about was Lady Gaga's new... What is it called?
Chromatica.
I was about to say Chronicles.
This came out in 2018. Isolation. Kali Uchis.
What song is your go-to song at the moment?
I don't have a go-to song. You know that. I listen to way too much stuff to pick a go-to song.
I was gonna say Katy Perry's... What's that song? Teenage Dream. That's what you listen to all the fucking time.
No. If you would have asked me that, when did this pandemic start?
March.
March is when it really went crazy. So like February and March, that I would have said Teenage Dream. But now...
You have this very boppin' song that you listen to and you can cry.
It's silly, the Cascade Club remix of Teenage Dream. I tear up every time I hear it, and my voice starts cracking a little bit. It's literally a club remix. This is what you dance to at the club at night.
I've been with her listening to this.
And I start crying a little bit.
It's just a little bop of a song, and she sheds a tear. And which for Lenny, her shedding a tear is rare. For a fucking song.
It's so stupid. You catch me crying at 3 a.m. Teenage Dream.
Teenage Dream. I every time you say Teenage Dream, I think of another song by. It was on the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack. I forgot who it was by. But every time I hear that, I think it's by Trex, if I remember. I'm gonna look that up right quick.
While you're looking that up, I'm gonna mention The Last of Us again in the soundtrack. The first game, alright, everyone blown away by the soundtrack. Maybe it wasn't everyone. Maybe it was just me. But the soundtrack,
Wasn't the soundtrack
for the game.
Wasn't the soundtrack and the score for the first one pretty bop too?
Yeah, the first one was amazing.
Who was it?
Blew you away.
Who was it? What's his name?
Gustavo Santaolalla. Is it Santaolalla?
I don't know.
Santaolalla? Something. Old Gus. Gustavo, that's my guy. Love that guy. And I've seen his other work too. I did not know he did the score for sometimes for Jane the Virgin and for Brokeback Mountain. Music is always great when he's involved. I don't know if he was involved in part 2 because the score just did not impress me at all. All the music they used, I was like, yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't download the score though. I have the first game downloaded, the soundtrack.
Oh, by the way, it is by Trex.
By what?
T-Rex, Trex, Teenage Dream. Every time you mention that, all I hear is that song in my head instead of the Katy Perry. The one album I have been bopping to that came out this year is The Strokes' new, what's it called? Abominable? The new Abominable? Something like that.
Album?
If Spotify will open, I can see. But I don't want to say it's like a long album, but every song on there is at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes. Not everyone. For like one song, it's like 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
Every time I log onto Spotify on my computer, I see you're listening to The Strokes. And I
can't get enough.
This guy. I've never even heard this song, but I know you're always listening to Why Are Sundays So Depressing?
My God, that's my favorite song on the album. I think. I could be wrong. I could doubt myself in which one's my favorite at the moment. But that song, that's my favorite song from the album. Yeah, the new Abominable. That album I've been bopping to a lot. What the hell did you drop? A fake coin?
I like that sound.
Don't. Okay. And the song that I've been... You're gonna get mad when I say this. Can you guess what song I've been really listening to ever since the pandemic started and I've just been vibing with? It's Cage the Elephant. Unpeel. No.
Punching Bag?
No.
Alright.
Instant Crush.
Golden Bro.
But even I listened to the original Julian Casablancas Daft Punk version of Instant Crush, and it's just, at least for the original version, it can really sound very sexy at one point, and then again just like a bop, but then again a sad bop. It's just all over the place, and I love it so much. Any shows you've been bopping with?
Avatar: The Last Airbender, bro.
You and everyone else.
Yeah.
But that's it, just Avatar? feel like there's something else.
Yeah. Oh, when the pandemic like first started, and what's it called? Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle. Both of those shows came out a week apart, and I watched both of them.
My mother and my sisters were the same way. They watched it in like the span of 2 or 3 days.
I didn't do all that. It took me a while to watch them, but I remember it was like 3 a.m. This was before I had a solid sleep schedule because we had just started quarantining. And so I was up at like 3 a.m. and I was writing my opinions on why each relationship in the show, like, why would this relationship not work? Why would this one succeed? So I literally have like 3 pages of notes on these relationships and Love is Blind. I could make an episode solely on that.
I wouldn't have anything to say. You would not want to do that.
And on Too Hot to Handle, I have theories on their relationship. Or not theories, more like just opinions or possible philosophies. Why these relationships will work. Why they won't work. What's their chemistry like? Is this going to last?
Oh my God.
Watching reality TV, it gives me all the materials I need to like closely dissect people and their thinking and their relationships.
Kind of like in a sociology type of way.
Yeah, it's really like a social not a social experiment.
Just a social what's the word?
What can you call that?
Not evaluation.
Social
observing.
Yeah, it gives me a nice palette to observe. It's like people watching, except I get more details into their
With your
life.
binoculars. With the binoculars you have in the back of your car. I say that, a lot of people will probably think you're really weird now.
What is it called? I'm really good at analyzing people.
Socially analyzing?
Social analyzation. I'm really good at that, and I'm getting better.
Just because you're watching Love is Blind?
Yes, from watching these shows and also in real life. I'm more of an observer than someone who interacts.
I go both ways. With observing and interacting. But the one show that I've been watching now is Grey's Anatomy. Only reason why I'm watching it... Actually, you're a good reason why I'm watching it, too.
Go Christina Yang.
No, it's not because of Christina Yang.
I'll watch it because of Christina Yang.
It's because... I don't know where we were, but I was mentioning something to my girlfriend about how we should watch this one movie. And then you're like, don't listen to him. You should make him watch something that you like.
Yeah, she's always watching what he wants to watch. And I'm like, take back the power. Make him watch Grey's Anatomy.
And so I have been.
All 16 seasons?
I'm on season 4. I started like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm halfway through with season 4. It's not that it's an okay show. The reason why I like it, it's kind of like what the Days of Our Lives are to our parents. It's just good, just mindless entertainment to me. It's what did I call it? TV watching food.
Yeah, food
watching
eating.
TV.
It's good to watch when you're eating.
Yeah, and I always have it on when I'm I wouldn't say when I'm working on college work. I can't concentrate when anything's on when I'm working on college work. But when I'm playing Animal Crossing, I have it on the background and I'm listening and occasionally looking up at it. Or when I'm cleaning my room, I have it on instead of music.
I think it falls in the category that like every crime show ever falls
into.
Like Castle, or not like real crime like the First 48 or Cops or anything. But
it's kind of like a
Castle and
Criminal Minds,
Law and Order. It falls into that category.
It really does.
You'll be fine if you're not sitting there paying attention to every detail. It's just fun to have on.
But I think I'm getting to the point where the characters are making like a really rinse and repeat actions with their relationships, and I'm getting annoyed. And my girlfriend has been telling me, "Oh, season 16 they get married," or "Oh, they're gonna be a lesbian couple later on." And I was like, then why are they fucking this dude? Why are they cheating on each other? It's so annoying. Really annoying, but I keep on watching it because why the hell not? I got nothing else better to watch or do.
Christina Yang.
I haven't been watching much of any other shows.
Oh, I didn't mention Killing Eve.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I haven't even been watching a lot of movies because of this. I went through a bit of a rough time, and that's why I stopped watching movies. But
I did have a rough end.
Yeah. But I just watched movies I've already seen before. I've been showing my girlfriend a lot of movies that I have seen, and she gets really weirded out. What is it that we showed her? Call Me by Your Name.
Oh. She was asleep. She didn't.
She woke up for the peach scene. And I was playing Animal Crossing, and my island has peaches on it. She's like, I can't look at peaches the same way because of you.
I'm like, we told you.
Told you it's a great movie. But I've showed her a lot of movies that I've seen before.
Oh, before the peach scene came on, I was like, look, dude. You like because he likes peaches. You're going to hate him now. You're never going to let him eat a peach again. I mean, Danny. No, same thing. They already know.
Who am I?
Who?
Aren't I Lenny?
I thought I was Danny. Zach?
I'm Dub. But I'm not black. Either is he.
I was going to say neither.
Oh shit, my coffee. One new movie that I didn't watch was Bad Education on HBO with Hugh Jackman. And
oh, Hugh Jackman. I was trying to think of his name. I was like, it's not Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I watched that's probably the one I watched, if I can remember correctly. That was the one new movie I did watch, and one other new movie that I did watch was The Death of Dick Long. It was an A24 film that kind of just got an under radar release, and I wanted to check it out. For how fucked up it is pretty funny.
God, that just reminded me. I never finished watching The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Oh.
I got like halfway through it.
Yeah, he told me to watch it. I didn't watch it. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of movies I've watched lately. I showed my girlfriend The Shape of Water.
Monsters, Inc.
And I quote her. She was like, this is the better type of weird you've showed me. Of The Shape of Water.
Yeah, once you compare it to what was
Climax.
the first time she came over? What was it like? Climax and
Climax and
The Exorcist and The Lighthouse.
No, and Midsummer.
She
told me she's like if you and Lenny watch The Lighthouse again and I'm here, I'm sorry, but I'll leave. And I was like, that's fine. Yeah, she's
so yeah. The Shape of Water is very
normal.
That's the most normal movie we've seen
with her, at least. My girlfriend and Lenny are kind of like very distant cousins.
Distant. Like,
you have to throw it pretty far, kind of distant.
Very. We're not related. I think maybe some distant cousins, aunts, uncles are married to
She's
like
your seventh cousin.
Maybe my distant cousins, uncles.
Just like how you found out your prom date was like your second cousin.
No, I don't even know what that is. What is a first or second or third? I don't know what that is. Once removed, twice multiplied by 3.
You gotta carry the decimal too.
Carry the decimal, PEMDAS, dude. Sponge.
Sponge.
But my prom date was my cousin's cousin. And so I thought that was really weird. I was like, ew,
you didn't
find that... go to prom together?
Didn't you find that out kind of weeks before prom too?
Yeah.
And then again, there wasn't even prom.
No, not weeks before. Maybe like a month and a half. Because we were still in school.
Yeah.
prom was supposed to be on April 18th. And I found out maybe like
later on,
the middle, end of February, something like that.
The prom with your cousin.
And I was like, ew!
And you really like her too. Well, you did. I don't know if you still do. At the beginning, you really did.
Let me tell you about her mom.
It's so weird. I don't know why you like people that are at least 30 years older than you.
Yeah, I have a minimum. Must be at least 30 years older than me with a minimum of 2 kids who are 5 years older than me.
Then how can you like her? Oh, wait.
Who are at least 5 years older than me.
At least. If they're like 4 years older than you, you won't make an exception.
I don't know. I don't think I could date someone with a kid younger than me. I mean, like, around my age. It couldn't happen.
Ew. What? I couldn't even carry on. What?
Just drop this crazy bomb.
What did you say what kind of podcasts you've been listening to? Didn't you say it was like sexy podcasts?
Oh yeah, I found some really sexy podcasts. I've listened to a couple of them, but the only one I've really vibed with is It's called Body Storytelling. It's so good. I probably shouldn't be listening to it because every time you turn it on, she's like 18 and older. You don't have to be 18 and older, but it's very strongly suggested that you're 18 and older, and I am not 18 and older.
You're not 18 and older.
But Body is so good. I want to go to a live show. Ooh, they have now. She does live shows. That's what the podcast is, a recording of that.
Oh.
But she's doing Zoom things now, like Zoom calls.
Oh.
I mean, you still have to be 18 and older to go to the Zoom call. But I'm like, oh, my sister is 18 and older.
You could have asked me.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you would be really judgy when they start talking about some really crazy... drinking titty milk.
That's fine.
As a fully grown 40-year-old man. Or like... I don't know, they get some
Lenny,
crazy.
I feel like you and I've seen, not done, but we've seen a lot worse.
I feel like I would go to this show with you and you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I mean, I showed you a lot of movies that made us go both like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but...
Climax is one... I need something to top Climax. Just
I think we've never watched anything together this sexual. This crazy.
I showed you porn.
Yeah, but it was like regular porn. It's not like...
I showed you Kim Kardashian's sex tape.
You did?
You were so convinced, like, no, she doesn't have one. You were so heartbroken.
I was like, that's it? It's only like 5 minutes long? I thought, shoot, it's got all this hype. Maybe it's like 20, 30 minutes. 5.
I didn't hype it up that bad. I just said, oh, she has a sex tape.
No, not you. I mean the media in general.
Oh.
It got all this hype.
Well, that was a while ago. I don't know. It's the only podcast
but I'm like, this is what everyone's talking about? That's it?
Only podcast I've listened to is still just Chillcast. I'm not big on other podcasts.
Oh, I've been listening to Body, and then I've been listening to a lot of the Joe Rogan Experience. Is that the podcast? The Joe Rogan's podcast. You all know it.
I don't.
You should. It's definitely been suggested to you on YouTube at least 5 times.
At least?
At least.
Okay.
Joe Rogan. Who else? I've been trying to keep up with And That's Why We Drink. Was it last summer and the year before? I was listening to that one so much. And I'm just trying to get back into it. I feel like in order to listen to podcasts, I have to be driving somewhere. I was listening to a lot when I was going back and forth to Dallas. But I can't just sit in my room.
Once I'm playing
and listen.
Once I'm playing games that just like Mario Kart or Tetris 99, and sometimes Animal Crossing. But then again, I just love listening to the music in Animal Crossing. I put on, at least once Chillcast comes on, I put them on and I just listen to them. Or sometimes on videos where I didn't watch all the way, I put them on again and I finish them. And that's when I do it. Or that's when I at least play podcasts. But like when I'm cleaning or just, I guess, chores or something, or laundry, I always, it's a show or it's music. I have to be doing something to play a podcast. I can't just sit there and just go like this and listen.
I mean, I'm a horrible multitasker. That's
terrible.
Why I have.
You can't walk and drink, Walter.
Can barely walk and chew gum.
Can barely walk. Your foot's broken.
I mean, yeah. I listen to a whole lot of my podcast when I'm baking, because I like baking. I haven't been doing that a lot, though. Or when I'm working out, which I also have not been doing because I broke my foot. It's not broken.
It's not broken. You're
it's
dramatic.
Just, like, pretty sprained. I listen to a lot of podcasts doing those activities. Maybe I should start listening again while I go biking.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like biking would...
I just hate to start a podcast and not be able to finish it, because I only go on like 30-minute bike rides, and podcasts are like an hour long.
This town is only so big. Really.
Yeah, I could go around the entirety of this town in 45 minutes. The entire perimeter.
Even if you start farther back where I live, you can... An hour tops.
An hour.
You can go from the cemetery all the way where the train tracks are.
I don't
even
live,
further.
I don't live too far away from you. It's just down a long stretch of road. But even from my house to the train tracks on the opposite side of town and back,
it's not that bad.
It's like 25 minutes.
See, from my house to your house is like half a mile, mile and 3/4, something like that. At least.
No, not a mile and 3/4.
Or not, like.
Oh well, yeah, maybe like
3/4
of a mile. Maybe about that.
Approximately. Sorry if y'all heard tapping earlier. I do that when I'm bored. I have a practice pad in here. But yeah. At least I was working out. During the beginning of this pandemic, when our school was like, you know what, extended spring break. That whole week, I got a lot of work done. I woke up early. I was waking up at like 7, even 6:30. And I cleaned out this shed that hasn't been cleaned out probably like over 5 years. And that was like a whole day project. Remember you even came and helped me?
Yeah.
Cleaned out closets in my house, cleaned out rooms in my house, cleaned up my room. I have a bathroom in my room. I try to fix that up. At least I cleaned it out. But it'll cost a lot of money to fix it. I can't do it myself. But I was really productive at the beginning of it. Now that I've done everything, I've just gotten really lazy. And at the beginning, I was working out too. I was going on bike rides. I was going on walks and runs. And working out.
Oh, you know what? Today the high is only like 96. We can go biking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the evening.
Shit.
Shoot.
I might take you up on that one.
Oh my god, you want to go to the coffee shop? I've never biked to the coffee shop.
Bike to the coffee shop?
Yeah.
We'll see. You're gonna physical activity all the way to the coffee shop, drink coffee.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I'll go up to them. They're gonna go like, your usual? I was like, fuck no.
Give me the triple shot.
Hell
double
no.
Espresso
Tea.
9 tea. Triple shot, double espresso.
But yeah, at the beginning of this, I was really productive and staying healthy. Now I'm really lazy. I didn't even want to get up today. And what time did I wake up? Like 9 o'clock, and that was too much for me. This is my second cup of coffee, and I'm still really tired.
I think I've kept my potential pretty good. Bro, people are hating quarantine. I'm loving it. I didn't like it at first when they first started telling us, like, you can't come to school, you gotta pick up your work. But picking up my work was so great. I got so much stuff done. I have learned so much more about finances, money management, time management, the importance of a good sleep schedule.
Oh my god, you're a stockbroker now.
I am, dude. I have learned so much important stuff.
And lost so much money.
I know how to acquire assets now. I'm doing great. Like, this has been more productive than harmful. I'm thriving in this environment.
Well, your stocks are kind of shit.
Yeah, my stocks are not doing that great.
But you're learning. I started
stock trading? What? I would have never done that in school.
Your stock trading started when you watched The Wolf of Wall Street at least twice.
Oh, I finally read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Anyone who's ever made a good amount of money will tell you to read that book. And so I read it, and I feel, I don't want to say like a whole new person. That's very overused. But I legitimately
I'm just a whole new me now.
Like, I feel great.
I couldn't say. Well, I've been getting an education in a different way. I've been taking a government/politics class along with a British literature class. Both are stupid. And both, well, because it's supposed to be like in a 16-week period originally of how these classes are. But with summer classes, they shrink it down to 7 weeks. And it's basically shorter time and double the work. And bro, I feel like my mental health went out of the freaking window taking those classes.
Oh, we can tell.
I can tell. I've been a lot more, I guess, tense. You know what's weird? When I was taking a shower, these last, I guess last night and the night before and the night before that, so all the way till, what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
So.
Monday, Sunday?
Sunday. When I was like rinsing out my hair and I was going like this, I was looking at my hands and it was just filled with dead hair. Just like hair falling off.
Oh my god, your hair's thinning out. Your hairline's gonna be reducing.
Oh my god. Because of stress. But this is my last week of school. And I feel great. I feel so relieved. This was one thing I wanted to do before you have to leave again.
It's like a couple days, dude.
You keep on leaving me.
Well, then maybe you should start getting up and going.
With you to your family's graduation? Or your cousin's graduation? Oh, I mean, I guess him and I used to be good friends.
No, you can say, hey man, can I go to... You don't have anywhere to go?
Yeah, I have nowhere to go.
Your whole family is like here.
Basically. Well, there's Frankie.
See, with me, I can just up and leave. I could wake up tomorrow morning and like, I don't want to go to Houston. I'm going to go to Dallas. And I have people to stay with.
I consider your family that I stayed with as family now to me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could. Up and tomorrow, I could be like, hey, can we come to Dallas?
Chill.
Just chill, then.
I mean, that's kind of what we did when we went there. Trophy Club. It's a nice-ass neighborhood. I felt bad being in that neighborhood because how poor I am.
You feel like you're doing them a disservice.
Yes.
You're like, look, I'm sorry for driving this regular car. It's not a Range Rover.
It's not a Tesla. I'm sorry.
You want to apologize for being poor in their presence.
I felt bad for the clothes I was wearing, for the shoes I had on.
I'm sorry I'm wearing my high school shirt.
I'm sorry about these dirty sneakers I'm wearing. I'm sorry my hair is a bit of a mess right now.
They're like polite. They're probably racist, but because they're very rich old white people. Yeah. But you still go to the grocery store and you feel bad.
I felt bad for being in there. I felt bad for picking up. I'm sorry
for tainting your presence.
I felt bad for picking up the Pringles right there. I was like, maybe someone richer wanted this.
That's capitalism.
And then once your little cousin wanted to go fishing, I was like, I felt bad just being at that pond there.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry I don't live here. I'm sorry for coming into your neighborhood and fishing.
I felt bad for fishing up that turtle. I was like, oh my god, this turtle's rich.
This turtle's too rich. This is a rich turtle. I'm not worthy of touching it.
And then when we went to, what was that restaurant called? Pho? Or Hiri? When we went to Hiri, I felt bad sitting in that chair. I mean, it was really uncomfortable. I was like, I feel like I should just, like, get my food in the back and eat by the dumpster. It was great food, though.
The people there, they don't even make you feel bad for being poor. It's just in their presence, you feel bad.
I know. I've never been...
It's not like they're coming up to you and saying, ew, get out of my neighborhood, you're poor.
That's what I felt.
They're not saying that. You just
That's what I feel
like
it.
that. I don't know. It's really crazy. There's probably like a scientific word for that feeling.
But yeah, we can go back there and feel the same way.
Yeah.
What was that grocery store called?
Tom Thumb.
Tom Thumb.
I once accidentally stole some bread, and I felt really bad. I'm like, I'm already poor in this rich neighborhood.
You're stealing
and now I'm
bread
stealing bread.
You're stealing bread like you're poor on the streets poor.
Yeah, eating like an alley cat.
Like little Blep eating a whole ass burrito. If y'all don't know who Blep is a dear cat of ours.
A little baby kitty.
That got too fat and blew up.
Don't say that.
He had such a character. He's a little orange cat, and we always fed him just, or at least my stepdad would always feed him just like spare food that he had. And one time, when Lenny came to my house, he was just eating a whole ass burrito.
I have a picture.
And his belly was fucking huge.
His belly's huge.
You know,
it looks like a little ball.
You know when like little puppies or kittens, when they get so fat, like their belly, it just bulges out. That's how fat he was, even fatter than that. Poor little guy. That's how we are in Trophy Club. We're just like stray cats looking for. Didn't your cousin say Chuck Norris's son lived there?
Yeah, I don't know if that was
true.
I don't know what his sources are, but
his
Chuck
friends.
Norris's son lives down the street from my cousin's.
His sources are Chuck Norris's son. He goes to his house every Sunday for coffee.
Probably. Would not surprise me.
It would not surprise me either. But yeah, we should go back there.
So we can feel even worse, bro. Their Facebook groups, like we have our own town. Our own town has a little community page where you can like buy and sell stuff. What is it? The Dust Bowl?
Yeah, the Dust Bowl.
The Trophy Club page is lit. It's very hard to get into.
Really?
Yeah, you have to request and they'll look at every little detail on your profile.
They'll go to your house, look at your lawn, and be like...
They'll probably.
Your grass is 4 inches, not 3. We can't accept you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Your living
is pitiful.
It's hard to get into, but the stuff on there is crazy. They'll be selling you like a perfectly brand new KitchenAid.
What the hell's a KitchenAid?
You know, the mixer you put on your countertop.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you put the little thing down.
It goes...
People sell KitchenAids on here. Here they sell unorganized bags of baby clothes.
That's really sad, but yes, that is really true.
People are selling these nice unused ovens. It wouldn't fit in my house. It wouldn't fit through my front door. You can pick it up if you want.
Bro, their front doors are like the size wider than this wall. Jesus Christ.
Something like that.
I've observed from your cousins, like the bigger the door is, the better the house is.
Their houses don't have porches though. I would hate.
That's what I hate though. That's what I hate about that neighborhood is just
every house looks exactly the same, and they don't have porches.
And their backyard is like 2x2. little grass area. But it'll be fun to go back and to be poor again. Well,
yeah,
I'm still poor.
I have my license now, so we could really go when I get back from Houston.
I've had all this time to like get my license and go take my tests. Ever since I turned 18, and I'm just lazy. You've done it and you're like a baby still.
Goodbye.
You're more of an adult than I am.
Richard.
Did you say Britchard?
Richard.
Britchard.
Richard. Rachel.
Anywho, that's it. That's the podcast. That's how we end it.
Okay, bye.
No.
We'll see you guys someday. Don't count on a schedule. We're not going to follow it.
At all.
We'll upload when we upload.
Oh. Frankie has a job at DoorDash now.
What is it? Oh. Does he deliver to McCamey?
I'm going to ask him, actually. That's a shout out. There you go.
Go, Frankie.
Congrats, Frank.
Frank.
Go deliver some doors.
Okay, bye. See you next time.